Hi, this is Matthew from Space Coast Laser Designs. I'm just going to take you through a quick tutorial on our newest file, which is the roundy rounds. So there's 11 designs included in the package. I'm going to just take you through a quick example of how to add your own text to these, and then save them, and then cut them. And then I'll even give you some direction on how to lay it out, because as you can see, each of these are all individual pieces. But if we use the offcut as a template, they easily just drop right back into there once you add your glue or your tape to them. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm just going to first add some text. So let's start with the first name. So we'll use Lucas as the first name. And for this here, you could select any font you like. Typically, these signs look great when you have like a clean font mixed with a script, or if you do a skinny font with a larger font, just to give some contrast in the first and the last name, so each stand out individually. So I'm just going to add the first name at the top here, and the font I'm using is it's Huggable. And then we're going to add the second part, which is de Klerk. And we can make this bigger so you can get the idea. Right now it's the same font, but I'll go ahead and I'm going to switch this one to Sign Painter. Let's see how the bold version looks. I'm showing you this tutorial in Illustrator. It's what I use. It's pretty much the exact same principle for Inkscape and Silhouette. It's basically you're just adding text. So let's select both of those, and we're just going to line them up together using the Align tool. So now that they're aligned, you could actually kind of gauge on how big you want the different fonts to be. I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make the last name a little bit larger than the first name. And then I'm just going to space that out a little bit more. And then we want to center it into the space that's given there. So that's how it will look. So I'm pretty happy with that. It doesn't look aligned. It is aligned. Okay, so that looks great. Let's go ahead and convert these from text to outlines. So what you want to go at the top, you want to find the type at the top, scroll down until you see create outlines, click that, and now it's going to turn that to an object instead of text. You can see sometimes what happens when you use the script fonts. You can see how each letter goes into each other. What I'm going to do for that is I'm just going to get the Pathfinder tool. You can see it here on the right side. If you don't see it there, just go to Window at the top and you'll click Pathfinder and it'll pop up. And then once you have that selected, you can just hit Unite and it's just going to join that all together for you. Okay, so now you can see that that's all one single design. At this point, what we want to do is we want to make this a cut, because we want it to cut out of the main top layer. So what we're going to do is we're just going to flip it from a fill to a stroke, and we're going to do the same on the top as well. Okay, to me this is not looking super aligned by the eye, so I'm just going to manually adjust the Lucas part, make it come over a bit until I'm happy. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. So now all we have to do is hit File at the top, Save As, and save it as an SVG. I'm going to import this into Glowforge now. I'm going to cut it, and then I'll bring my camera over to the Glowforge and show you guys what the results are. And then what we'll do is we'll be able to take that design and then drop it into just the backing round. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so it just finished cutting, so let's take a look at it. Okay, so there we have it. You notice I cut it on a 12 by 12 board. just to save material. The other thing too is you'll see that each piece, they're all cut out separate, so you want to keep all these, okay? Just make sure you don't lose them. Although it would still look okay if you didn't include these, but it's nice for painting when you could paint one solid object, one color, and then have the inserts. If you're able to paint those separately and then drop them back in, it makes everything so much easier. So keep those. I'm gonna bring it over to my work table and I'm gonna show you how to quickly assemble this. Okay, so I just peeled off all the masking tape. So what you're left with is this, which is the offcut. Okay, so we're going to keep this and we're going to use this as a template to assemble it on the backing here. So the backing is just the round that's cut the exact same size as the design. So that's included and it's going to be sized at 10.95 inches, the max of the Glowforge. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the offcut and just basically line it up perfectly onto the backer. Okay, at this point all we're gonna have to do is we're gonna either paint all your shapes to whatever color you like, or if you like the natural look, just leave it and add glue, or if you use tape, just peel off the tape, and then all you got to do is just drop back in the pieces once they're glued or taped. And then once everything's back in, let it dry, and then you peel off the template and it's going to be perfectly aligned, okay? So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to fill all this in, and then we're going to see what it looks like at the end, okay? Okay, so now that the template's off, you can see how aligned it is. I didn't glue it for this example, but I'll give you a look up close. So that's it there. You could choose, there's little pieces here, like the toes that I didn't choose to keep. There's some pieces in here that I didn't choose to keep. It's all how you see the design and your preference. This is how it would look as just like a natural with dark walnut backing. Okay, hope that helps everyone. And thanks for watching.